Hello investors and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. During this presentation, I'm going to be going through Desktop Metals, which is really presenting itself as an awesome entry point. And I'll tell you exactly why I believe that during this time when there's a lot of uncertainty, that this is a play that I wasn't in before, but I am strongly considering. Matter of fact, I've put in a couple of orders if this dips back down. So I want to talk about Desktop Metals during this presentation and why I believe it's significant now and how it's got massive growth leading into the future. At the close of the video, I'm also going to talk about another stock that I want to make sure you have on your list to watch this week that could potentially blow up. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So during this morning, the Dow Jones at 8:30, they were talking about it was going to drop 500 points, and I'm sure all of you know that it's actually dipped down to around 800 points. So you can see at the time of this video, it's at 700, and this was due to a few reasons. So the Delta variant news and also futures. There's a sell-off in futures, so you can see that dip here and here. So Desktop Metals is known for their mass production of additive manufacturing solutions with the fastest 3D print technology on the market. And why it's important to know about the Worlers report is they look at the entire global industry, and you can see every year they print this report which talks about myths and concepts and talks about the industry, the processes, and materials. So why that's important is when you're looking to invest in a particular 3D printing business, you want to know how many of these processes do they have in their portfolio. So I was going into the Worlers report and listening to their audio tape just to understand, well, are they publishing anything that's going to give me an idea of how this earnings is going to turn out for Desktop Metals? Because as I was going through Aero stocks, there was a lot of 3D printing being used. It's being used more and more in production. And you can see here in this article, it talks about the Worlers report and how despite COVID-19, the industry grew by 7.5% to value and overall, which matches with Desktop Metals investor presentation. They were expecting 12 billion for 2020. And you can see here it's almost pushing 13 billion. In an environment where, there was a lot of challenges, I think to see this type of growth still speaks volumes to the industry. So the sector has recorded an annual growth of 27.4%. So just to talk a little bit more about the Worlers, they started this audio book. So they started doing a new audio series. I think the last one they recorded was back in 2017, and just a few weeks ago, they started this new audio series. And just to highlight what came out of the audio series was, the world contributions on this non-basis report. So putting the report together and how it tracks interest, trends, thought leadership, and how the companies are putting these technologies to work and what does it mean. So what is next for the 3D print organizations? And the next big frontier is using the technology for actual production quantities. And I'm going to explain why that's important and why that was highlighted in this series. And this means manufacturing now. A number of companies have done this for several years, but it's still more the exception of the rule than the main use of the product. So the more routine use of the technology is making models and prototypes, parts for fit, form, and function, tooling applications, and not production. But building final production level parts elevates this 3D printing technology to another level in terms of quality. And quality is important, and getting to those quality standards as far as accuracy, repeatability, material properties, so on and so forth, is very important. And I believe 3D printing and Desktop Metals is the industry leader and could see significant revenue growth, stock growth, based off of some of these upcoming catalysts that I believe is gonna take place. So you have prototype shops that are turning into contract manufacturers. So before they were building these, models or prototypes, and now they're turning into contract manufacturing. So who's adopting the 3D print technology? Aerospace communities, uh, automotive communities, medical communities, potentially in the future the energy sector, wind, solar, gas, and then medicine as far as pharmaceuticals. So the way that they print the drugs. So that's all the highlights that came out of that audio series. And I want to take a look at the desktop metal investment highlights. There's 5 points that are here, and I'm going to summarize them in my own words. So, large and expanding addressable market. Additive manufacturing, and you'll see it referenced several times, is AM. The market is expected to grow 11x from the 12 billion that we've seen in not only a non-biased report, but that in Desktop Metal's investor presentation, they were also projecting they are on track to fulfill what's in the portfolio or in the investment presentation. So actually pushing closer to 13 billion. The Desktop Metals has a library of over 225 qualified materials across metals, composites, polymer, ceramics, biocompatible materials, wood. So they're really competitive in industry leading as far as the solutions and portfolio that they offer. Industry leading technology, not only the fastest but best technology that's on the market with the acquisitions that they've done, number of patents that are either already in existence or they're pending through these acquisitions that they've done. So 2 major acquisitions, and I'll talk about those in just a moment, that have really expanded this year their portfolio. 65 countries and 200 plus channel partners, and high margin revenue, reoccurring streams. So while selling the product, the actual machines might have slowed down this last year, they have to get the consumables in that industry. While one is maybe not going as fast as the other, you have to take into consideration, well, there's this other portion of the business that's highly profitable, and the consumables has continued to grow. So shortly after announcing this Desktop Metal acquisition of Envision Tech, which was a $300 million deal, by acquiring Envision Tech, they have customers from a large range of industries, including medical, dental, jewelry, automotive, aerospace, and biofabrication. So Envision Tech's acquisition was supposed to be completed by the end of Q1. So Q2, you should see some added financial benefit within the company by recognizing that acquisition. So in addition to Envision Tech, Desktop Metals acquired Aeroscent. Basically, they can use multi-layer metals to add benefits to the part. So you can see on the outside, there's one type of metal, inside a different type of metal, and they're able to layer or use multi-material capabilities. Now, metal AM technology comparisons, and this is in page 12 of the investor presentation. It lines up the Desktop Metals with their competitors. And this is the important portion to really point out, is how much can they produce with their technology. And I would also say, what are they focused on? Is it prototyping, tooling, or is it mass production? And it's clear that Desktop Metals is focused on the future of mass production, and that's where you're really going to see the financial benefit, and Desktop Metals could absolutely blow up. Now, where's the price action at? You can see, if you follow me on Just Randy Stocks on Twitter, I did do an announcement saying, look, you want to get this in the 857 range, between below $9, 857, anywhere to 881. So I did an announcement. I didn't have time to get the video out, but make sure you follow me on Just Randy stocks on Twitter, and I'll put out some announcements. It bounced off of what I would say was pretty good support in the sub $9 range. I wouldn't say that it made it down on Earnings Whisper. They have some resistance and support levels because it hasn't been this low before. So what does the chart say? Right now, I would say it's been bouncing off of $8.80. You could see the candlesticks have touched there a few times with a little bit of an exception. And I don't know that we have a resistance line that it's bouncing off of yet. It just, because everything's just been dropping. So I built one up here that you might want to look for in the future, 936. But there's a few catalysts. We've got next week, I believe it's next Tuesday, there's a shareholder meeting, and then we've got earnings coming up. So I would say now would be the time to place an order at $8.80 to add this to your portfolio if you have strong conviction in the stock. The last thing I wanted to do was put an upcoming stock that I haven't done a lot of research on yet, but I heard some potential good news on FDA approval for ticker symbol SESN. And this is Sensen Bio, and in February 2021, the FDA accepted a filing, and basically the application was to address this drug here, this Vicinium. So while I haven't done much research on this one yet, it does look like analysts upgraded recently, and they have a low of $6. It's sitting at $3.96, an average of $7. So you could double your money if you get this one right. I did quickly do a chart, and it looks like it's got support at 371, and there's some resistance at 394 right now. So I don't believe the date coming up is until maybe a week or two into August, but if you haven't taken a look into this one, take a look. You might not see these prices at 371 too much longer in anticipation for some good FDA approval. I'll do a later video once I've had more time to look into this one. So that's all I've got for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.